Hello and welcome back to It's Not the Size That Counts. Last time we were here, we built up a pretty strong base, made a patrol of ships going around, had artillery firing from this ledge. Almost done a flagship. And once the flagship is done, that'll be handy. And once the reactors are complete, we were going to start working on a tier 3 lab, also known as an experimental gantry. And last time we were holding our own here because the artillery barrage. We were also dealing with all these planes that were flying in, and we had a ship that sailed all the way around here, the backside, ended up here, and he is now destroyed. So, as you can tell, we are still under heavy bombardment from everything on this side. They are repairing their mechs as fast as we can destroy them. They're using destroyers, the same as we are. The only difference is we have battleships, and they have smaller ones. So these missile launchers will be set up here since they have quite the distance to move. Fire. Turtles, heavy assault tanks, and anti-aircraft flak cannons. You know what? We'll set those all up at each. Oh, look at those planes coming in. Oh yeah, that's how you deal with those. Just anti-air everywhere. Oh. Except now they have what looks like torpedo bombers. That's gonna be painful. Gave me one pass, and now they are gone. As you can see, if the plane hits the ground, right next to one of your buildings, it will destroy your buildings, which sucks. Almost done. Almost done. Wow. I have quite a few crocodiles too, but wow, the amount of punishment crocodiles can take from a small mech is quite amazing. And now I am using submarines. And so are they. Well, good thing my submarines, yeah, apparently outdo theirs. Wow. Okay, there is not much left of that fighting. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is the experimental gantry. We can build Titan, a massive mech that is, not worth its build right now. Or Thor, a very heavy tank. Vanguards, which are insane artillery pieces. Razorbacks, which are very light for a tier 3, but they can mow through a lot. So Thor and Titan both have anti-air. This thing is a hover tank. It's massive in comparison. Flagship is almost complete, and when that thing is complete, it will be insane. So, Ragnarok or Basilisk, Basilica. Either one of these are what are known as energy weapons, and if you look at the range on these things, they're huge. They can fire the entire map, and if placed correctly, they will fire the entire map. Also, this, placed correctly, is a long-range radar, which I'm going to need if I'm going to be doing anything of importance. And here's my flagship. This is why I said this thing is pretty close to a tier 3. It's just going to continuously fire all its weapons everywhere where it can fire. Its range of firing is enormous. It has to be one of the most devastating ships you can ever build. So what we're going to do is we're going to set out anti-air, flagships, and battleships all over here with a long range and a fast assault sub. So everything else will still go around as normal. In fact, I'll have one flagship continuously going around. And I'll turn a resurrection sub on so that I can just continuously pummel. Safe geothermal plants. Advanced geothermal. What's the safe do again? I don't know. I think it's just storage. So this will convert 600 energy into 10 metal. So it'll take up 10 of these spots. But it will make 10.3 metal. I mean, this thing's just gonna sit there and constantly fire this until this is destroyed. Which, I don't know when that's gonna happen. Looks like it got hit. I mean, since it can't actually see it, I think it's just doing splash damage. Oh, I think I hit it. But yeah, it's just gonna sit here and just bombard everything around this area, which, I mean, it's gonna make them try this area a little more than this area, I think. So I think I'm gonna get less attacks from over here. Wow, that is a lot of weapons fire. Okay, so he was able to go up, which is perfect. So I built this. Once I build this radar tower, I will be able to see fairly far out, and then this will too. And once that happens, it will just shoot so much damage on everything, along with these, which set to low trajectory is fine right now because they're not actually hitting anything of mine. And all these being on top is perfect. Yeah. Okay, so now, since that radar's up, you can kind of see how much stuff they have in this area. It's quite a bit, actually. But since they are now in my view, they will be hit on a lot more. Because now everything that didn't have line of sight on them prior that has a long range will be able to now fire at them. Those transports, I think. I have no idea what those planes were, but they did look like some sort of transport. Yeah, I'm going to be putting anti-air up here, and as well as some of these artillery or the missile launchers up there as well. Just because it's better defense, higher ground, all that fun stuff. Yeah, see, I'm hitting my own, and that does a lot of damage. However, everything in the front here I can pretty much sacrifice. That part I'm not worried about. Okay, so I have a battleship or a dreadnought ready, which is fine. We'll put mobile artillery up here. What are you? You are a lightning tank, so you're gonna go here. Because what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna run these through into the center here. Probably along the same time as I start building, as you can see, nuclear ICBMs, which you build like one of those, and it's essentially game over. As I said, I like the castle in part 1 here. I like the castle and then just steamroll. But in order to steamroll, I either build a ton of flagships, battleships, and then just massive weaponry like that, or I build nukes and just assign targets to the nukes, and just the backline gets decimated since they can't hide past my castle wall. The nukes decimate their backline, and then the front line's decimated by my castle wall, and they have nothing to that. Just it's incredible what the developers of this game have been able to do, like the water effects. You miss a shot, you miss a shot. It's not as if it's just a random roll. It has to be. I mean, I can make things miss shots with fast vehicles. I've been able to keep say a pawn or something small and fast away from enemy fire just by maneuvering. However, I mean, like splash damage does happen, but just the water effects, insane. They're incredible. Oh, and the amount of units you can have on a field, as far as I know, is way up there. Almost unlimited is what I heard at one point. As long as your computer's GPU and CPU can handle it, it'll be perfectly fine. So now we have 2 flagships, and now we're building an anti-air. Once the anti-air is done, we'll throw these 3 kind of along here and just start removing stuff. So the way you do it is you control one him, and then you just get him on him. And as long as they're tied, they will follow each other. So now all I have to do is one control this one, and the other 2 will follow him. And the main reason I want to follow him, actually we'll wait for at least 1 sub. And I don't mean sub as in subscriber, I mean sub as in submarine. It would be nice if people subscribe as well, but that's just the bonus. Ooh, look at that. Look at those missiles. that's the other thing, is like if a missile, an anti-aircraft missile misses, they do circle around sometimes. I have seen them, if they miss once, they've circled around and hit it again. They're almost, I wouldn't say guaranteed hit, they're almost a guaranteed. So this here is a resurrection sim, so I can actually go around and not just heal myself like it's doing, but go around and resurrect the enemy's units. It's just amazing. Okay. So what's your range here? It's that far, right? Yeah, go for it. Fire it well. I'm not gonna stop firing over there at all. Ever. Okay. So now that this is pretty decent complete, we're going this way, and you guys are going to go this way. The reason I went to patrol is so that they'll stop and destroy it way, so it's not just a complete massacre on my side from what they can actually do, because as you can see they are clearing a path. They're gonna bulldoze their way through. So you have to watch out with big ships like this. Their pathfinding's pretty good, but they can end up getting stuck if you have like tons of buildings in the way. Which luckily I don't. I'm sorry if I was sitting too far away from the mic for anybody to hear that one, but it is what it is for that. We'll set this up here. No, let's set this one up here. This one up here. And you are going to build much more of these turrets, no? No. I want more anti-air. Because as nice as those turrets are, the anti-air is better for what but like, so this thing has its own radar.
An enemy commander has died.
Wait, what? Does that mean I win? How was there an enemy commander dead? Who killed it? Did I kill it over here? I did! It's right here. Okay, so that's 2 commanders down. Perfect. Oh, they're telling me I have to wipe out the entirety of it. Okay. Well, I guess I'll wipe out the entirety of them. Once I build the missile launcher. That's going to be interesting to do. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go around the backside here. And hopefully we're going to hit as much as we can. But also my flagship, my other flagship, Emerson Park came over here. And that way, whatever's there can just be dismantled. And yeah, I mean, just the number of shots from this, from flagships, are just gonna, yeah, they're just gonna push through pretty hard. Okay, so you guys are gonna go this way. So these guys are gonna not stop, as you can tell. Last time I told them to patrol. So this time I just want them to get there, because I want to be able to empty this location. So as you can tell, pretty much nothing's gonna survive this. And if they do, I have a little mop-up. Just gonna go like that. And let's see, my lightning tank is first on scene. But yeah, we're just gonna mop up right through there. Okay, so now that the turtle's up there, and heavy artillery, we're just gonna go like that. And now we're just gonna wipe through this base. Oh, if we hit this, this is gonna be destroyed, and then it's gonna blow up the remainder of everything else. Guarantee you. I mean, that lightning tank's gone bye-bye anyway, but ooh, this is gonna be good. Watch how
You are
big
being
that
attacked
explosion
by
is.
paralyzing units. When
That's
units are
huge.
paralyzed, all their functions are temporarily disabled.
Which one got paralyzed? I haven't got a clue which one got paralyzed, but that was the explosion I needed. 'Cause that saves this area completely and utterly. Are they trying to paralyze my big guy here? So they are. It's not going to work. It literally states unparalyzable, which I find that insane about those big things. Five minutes before utter total destruction. Yet nukes. So generally the way this game works is you, oh, I lost my sub. My other sub apparently. You destroy pretty much anything that can create something, and they then give up, essentially. Which, I mean, I would too if you couldn't make anything, right? Oh, the flagship is down. That is ridiculous. That's okay. I have a new flagship available. That is going to come straight for that one. Man. Oh, there it goes. Oh, yeah. So if you didn't notice, that was the flagship shots, and they're quite painful. Don't run into them. I don't know if I have another resurrection sub or not. Because I wouldn't mind resurrecting that thing. Ah, there's my res sub. Let's go show what a resurrection can actually do. Okay, so now that my flagships are converging on each other, and it looks like I have one battleship and one fast assault submarine. to go in a way. Go. You know what? Let's just do flagships off of that thing now. There's no actual use to do anything else. So let's build hovercrafts off of this thing. Let's stick them all here. Just hovercrafts. Just hovercrafts. So we're gonna help build the nuke. You guys are needed more up front than behind now. We'll just sit somewhere over here. Yep. This is going to be interesting. And as you can tell, it is now resurrecting it by 4%. So that's one res sub. Let's see. I have another one.
T3 unit is ready.
So one of my hover tanks is ready. That's another. How many other res tanks do I actually have? An eel. There we go. Wow. Let's just go with flagships, apparently. I mean, we still have a ton of mechs. Let's just put them all through here. Kind of an orderly fashion. So as you can see, my ICBM launcher is ready. However, it has 0 missiles. 0 missiles. And that is because it needs time to build more missiles. I forgot to hit repeat on those hover tanks. I only built one. Wow. Whatever was here, I obliterated. Whatever is here, I've also obliterated, apparently. Actually, what is over here? Is there more shipyards? I mean, I'm decimating their economy if you look at it. Okay, I have a nuke. So, to end this war, I am going to place a nuke directly in their base. Their original base, actually. And as you can tell, it is launched. Now, nukes are one of the weapons that can deform the terrain. I do not know what I hit. I blind fired that nuke. But whatever I hit, I guarantee you it was vital. almost resurrected, which means that I almost have my flagship back. Which, if you look at these things, they just tear apart lands. And we're gonna nuke that. We are going to nuke direct in the center. Why? Pretty much because I can. Now once the smoke clears, let's see what I did. Nothing yet. Oh, there he is. And I have destroyed Fate. Nope, that was the real commander. I won. Right there. I won. Now let's see what the statistics are. Wow, the red team did not get far. At all. They got like 10 minutes of play, not even. The green team was just outweighing me so hard in not resources, but units. It's just ridiculous. However, that was fun. That was a free-for-all. And next time on Bar, we'll probably do Raptors or Barbarians. Leave a comment, tell me which one you want to see more of. Thank you, and we'll be back next time.